Hey there, I'm Anna Contributor, your English and effective communication coach. As a tech or business professional, you will often come across means that you will often see, you will often encounter slang and business idioms in everyday work communication. Now, what is business slang? Business slang is words, jargon phrases, and idioms that help you sound more casual and emotive. But when and how often should you actually use slang yourself? Do you know? Well, here's a rule of thumb for you. Rule of thumb means general rule for you. Avoid slang in formal emails and documentation where your goal is technically to be impersonal and to the point. Yeah, very formal. You don't need poetic, emotive language here. Instead, use slang in semi-formal meetings or chat communication, especially when your goal is to build rapport and foster means create business or friendly environment. With that said, let's dive into 10 popular slang expressions for corporate and general business communication. Phrase number 1, get the hang of something. It means to understand and become comfortable with something. For example, it took me a while, but finally I got a hang of the new interface, meaning I understood the new interface. Number 2, bump up. Bump up means to increase something, such as increase the level of priority or price or standard of performance, for example. Here's a good example for you. We need to bump up the task of cross-platform compatibility because it's a big priority for our client. Bump up a task, prioritize it technically. Number 3, play around with something. Love this phrase. It means to experiment, to explore something. For example, I will play around with the different layouts and see what works the best for our new website. Play around, experiment. Number 4, that said. That said, I already used it in my video earlier today. I hope you noticed that. This phrase is often used to contrast what you said previously or provide some additional context on the topic. It's a short form of with that said. The initial testing showed promising results for the algorithm's efficiency. That said, we need to conduct further stress testing to ensure the scalability. Number 5, go back and forth. Go back and forth means to exchange messages or ideas. However, this phrase sometimes has a negative connotation, meaning that you spend too much time talking but not actually making progress. Here's an example. We went back and forth over email and reached a decision after a week-long discussion. So that's like, you spend a week, so it's like a lot of time. That's why you can say go back and forth. You don't really like it because you want to make the decision, you want to make progress faster. Get something out of the way. It means to deal with issues and questions. For example, now that we got that issue out of the way, let's focus on our priorities for the upcoming sprint. Phrase number 7, bandwidth. When we use bandwidth referring to people, it means resources or mental energy to handle tasks and responsibilities. For example, I would love to take on an extra project, but I don't have the bandwidth right now with my current workload. Phrase number 8, above my pay grade. It means a decision or task that is beyond your responsibility or beyond your expertise. For example, I can't approve that budget proposal that's above my pay grade. Above my pay grade. Phrase number 9, a long shot. It means that something that is not likely to succeed. For example, landing that client is a long shot, but we can try. It means that it's almost impossible. And finally, phrase number 10, up in the air. Up in the air means it's uncertain or it's undecided. The future of the project is up in the air as we are still waiting for approval from the stakeholders, right? Up in the air, we don't know what's happening. Now, tell me, do you want to learn and practice more useful vocabulary for real tech communication or business communication in tech, I have the course that will teach you real tech and business communication. I'm talking about real life vocabulary. I'm talking about grammar that you need for daily communication. I'm talking about pronunciation. Yeah, you need to improve your pronunciation and intonation in order to speak better with the stakeholders. I'm talking about improving your business skills as well as improving your writing skills. Everything you need, we have in the English for Tech course. I will share more information about the course in the description on this video, but also you will get a special offer from me on this course. So check the description and welcome on board.